Howdy and aloha, everyone. This is James with Monotalk. All right. Things are getting weird. I think there's just always some weird shit happening out there. It's just continuous. Oh my god. Okay, wait, hold on. You just gotta wait till that pineapple's just right. It's so sweet right now. It's evil. Evil good. I'm just trying to. No, I'm not trying that hard. We all know they're protecting a bunch of elitist people with Epstein, and now they're just going to pick and choose who they want to expose, obviously. And then Jerome Powell is going to be gone. I don't know why the Fed's still around at this point. People are just, MAGA hates the Fed, and the Fed is just, I don't even know what the fuck they're for. They're not even a government entity, honestly. They're not. I don't care what you think or say. While they're not around to serve anybody but the banks. That's what they're there for. I think, and then there's fucking planes that are lighting on fire. Just all kinds of crazy shit. It's just never ending. But I will say this: Epstein's not going away. Just let you know, Trump cabinet. Just so you know, I want to let you guys all know that no matter what else goes out there, we got this big thing coming with Dan Bonadingo and Benny was talking about this. Benny Johnson, yeah. And just all these other things that, and we all know that Obama's got presidential immunity, but maybe not his cabinet members and the other people that were involved with it, which, of course, is not going to be. And we've all known that hoax of Russiagate, Russia. I mean, we all know Jimmy Dore talked about that, and many others knew that was just total Bologana. But now it's confirmed, right? Which tells you a lot about the Democratic Party. I mean, it's interesting because everything that the Democratic Party came up with or tried to contrive with Trump has failed dramatically. The 90 whatever counts of charges and all this other shit are just falling to the wayside. But everything, it seems that the Republicans, or excuse me, some of the Republicans and some of the MAGA base legislators, judiciaries, and executives that are, faith, freedom, patriotic, and all that good stuff, are actually bringing up some valid, verifiable information that could be very detrimental to the party in itself. And like I've said, so there's a difference, right? I'm just saying there's a difference. There's frivolous shit that they tried to do on Trump forever. And then there's real shit that's starting to happen. And we just passed the halfway mark for the year. We're in that phase now where people are trying to figure out if they're going to I mean, Pam doesn't really have any arrests, right? Pam Bondi. It's just really nothing's happened to anybody. I just, anybody of significance, that is. That should be charged. And I mean, we're talking J6 people. We're talking Russia. We're talking the 2020 election. I explained over and over how COVID-19 played a major part in that by extending the counting days to weeks and then a month or so to give them time to rig it as much as they could. And a lot of Democrats are being caught in several states now and pleading guilty to voter suppression, fraud, whatever you fucking call it. And then they always have the Democrats just came up with oh no, they're not reassigning, but not re-registering. I just had it in my head. When they're designating voter areas for themselves. Hey, Jordan, how you doing, buddy? And it's they marked it. They purposely with their congressperson will create a map of where they think they're going to get the most votes. Blah blah blah, 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 right? And it's just ridiculous. And I'm just wondering if, like I said, will they expose all the actual criminal fraud and the criminal rigging and the criminal this and the treasonous that, and just, I mean, they have a golden opportunity right now to get rid of a party completely. They have, and I'm saying there shouldn't be a Democratic Party after 2026, or at least by the middle of 2026. There should not be a Democratic Party left. And which could be the reason why Elon's starting the American Party, which is a good name. I could have sworn I thought of that name before. But I think the .com was taken, or the .org, along. He probably bought. Whoever he bought that from, probably he paid a pretty penny for it. So there might be just the American Party and the Republican Party there. The branch off from the Green Party, they started to start the Emerald Party, if anybody knows. And I actually bought that .org as soon as I was talking with Zach and what was it? Fuck, I can't believe it. We are at the yes, we are, sir. Once again at the precipice. And Chad was there, and he used to be on the show all the time. I don't know what happened to Chad. There's a lot of people that used to come on this show and had many different opinions. And I'm still hearing from Bram, even though he hates me for supporting Trump, which I still support the guy. It's just the people around him, and the things that are happening with Epstein are still extremely shady. But I mean, the weirdest one is this. Right, I guess Pam Bondi was not able to go and talk to her, which was very odd. I thought she would go out and talk to her herself. Ghislaine Maxwell. It's Ghislaine. But the Justice Department granted Ghislaine Maxwell limited immunity during meeting, which is interesting. Jimmy Dore thinks she's going to get pardoned. I don't think so. That would just be a giant mistake. I mean, and that would be even more of a debacle in regards to Epstein. And I'm starting to wonder, but let me back up. So they're starting to. So there's a list they want to provide, but it has to go through Trump because he's going to make the list. Right? He's going to pick and choose. Right? There's probably a list of how many Johns or clients for this pedophilia, trafficking shit that happened with Epstein and all this, and the islands and the resorts. Hold on, I gotta get some more. Oh, no. Oh, good. And that just seems sus, right? That's the word, suspect. That's just very sus. It's fucking suspect. Period. I mean, let's not beat around the bush on that. Let's not be distracted. There's a lot of people out there that are saying, look, man, this is just freaking ridiculous. What's going on in regards to I mean, we've got Douglas McGregor, who is a military person. He's had a lot of information out there, and he says it's not going away. And there's a lot of people saying that there's more MAGA that are concerned about Epstein than people think. And what's sad is you've got some other parts of MAGA that are like, oh, you're panicking, this and that. Now, the big chess move that I think maybe is happening, but every time I think it's happening, something happens, like limited immunity for Ghislaine Maxwell, kind of throws that off. Is Trump's going to wait until the Demoncrats beg for it, and then he's going to expose it in all of its glory or disgustingness? And the problem is, once it gets into the hands of the Demoncrats, they're going to fuck it up. They're going to do whatever they can to suppress this or suppress that. And I'm sure Republicans too are doing it, you know. I'm just guessing maybe Mitch McConnell's in there somewhere. Maybe Lindsey Graham's in there somewhere. It seems like it. Crenshaw, maybe, you know, who else fucking. But I think it's very telling, and not in a good way for Trump. And look, you got to be realistic about it. You've got to be sane, realistic, and just basic common sense about this. What is the fucking stall? Right? You guys promised it forever. Everybody talked about it. Right? It was one of those things that helped to motivate much of MAGA. At least 75-80% of them. At least. And now you're saying there's no list? But you're going to go talk to Maxwell because she's in jail? I mean, let's look at the hypocrisy here. It's just, and like I'm saying, this is really shooting Trump in the foot really bad. And I've said this ever since that report came out that Pam Bondi released on a Sunday night, late on a Sunday night, to Axios with nothing signed. I think there's maybe a timestamp on it when it was sent via email, however the fuck she sent it, to the Democratic biased Axios, which was just really weird. And then they do the performance. Are people still talking about this? Are people still talking about this? Oh my gosh, what is going on? Look, I told you, Trump's not an actor. He's right. He's never been an actor. He was in a reality show. He was good at saying 2 words, "You're fired," but that's about it. But a lot of people like watching that show. I think there was 12 seasons. Jeez. Right? And I thought it was entertaining and it was fun watching people struggling and trying to get, you know, lick his butt, you know, which a lot of still people do. But I have to tell you, and this could be something that a lot of people are missing, I think, right? And look, the guy took a bullet for us. I'm going to say that right now. And it was real. And it happened. And then there was a firefighting captain that died. And 2 other people were wounded in Butler over a year ago. Right? And it was just... It's a moment where you're just like, fuck. It's just amazing that there are people out there that would go through such extremes if they just don't like what this guy's doing. And then there were all these Democratic Party supporters that were, you know, cheering, and, you know, I just don't want to see that. I don't care who it is. And I've never liked Biden. I knew he was just a puppet. We all know now he was a puppet. This whole auto pen thing, right? He didn't know what the fuck was going on. Jill and the staffers and the, you know, whoever his handlers were, ran the fucking country. You know, probably not. Obama was probably giving orders, but like I said, the World Economic Forum is much more powerful than most of you guys believe or think. And they have a lot of tentacles everywhere with a lot of people. And their agenda is to depopulate 2/3 of the planet's population and hoard the rest for themselves. They don't care about your money anymore. They got a lot of that, right? They don't care about your likes or your subscribes or your approval. They don't. They don't want to go to Mars. They don't want to go out into the space. They just want to keep it the way it is and keep controlling you. But they can't control 8 billion, but they can easily control 2 to 3 billion. Right? There's a whole. My conclusion on that is definitely panned out, and that's pretty much the bottom line. But I'm trying to inform people that we need to stop sweeping shit under the rug. I mean, maybe I'm sounding like a broken record on a lot of my shows, and we need to be transparent, and we need to evolve as a species, as a people, right? Asgard is not a planet, it's a people. I am trying to get the chess game that he's playing with Epstein, and he's protecting people. I mean, if he's clearly saying, and everybody's saying, and all is based, and there's all this person saying he's not on this, not on this, not on this, then why are you worried? Why are you protecting these disgusting fucks? Right? Why, and they talk about the child trafficking, and now it's more than they thought it was, and Dan and Cash and Pam are breaking this up, and Christine Noem is getting all these child. I mean, what the fuck is the difference? There's victims there, and there were victims with the Epstein Island. Don't they all deserve justice for them upon their assailants? They're predators, the people. I mean, fuck. This is where we need to reevaluate. No, I mean, I don't need to reevaluate. I know what the fuck's going on with this. He's protecting people. There's just so much shit and so many connections. And there was the lady on Jimmy Dore. I should have got that. Trying to remember her name, but there was this girl that's been following the MC case for a long time, and she's on Jimmy a few times. Older gal, a little older than me maybe. There's like there's like trillions and trillions and trillions of dollars that was lost during this whole escapade of the Epstein situation. During that whole system, that whole process, that whole kind of corporation that was built. Like trillions and trillions of dollars just disappeared. There's just a lot of things that Pandora's box could open up in a bad way for a lot of governmental leaders, a lot of CEOs. We know it would be fucking horrendously terrible for Bill Gates because that guy's just shit. It's nuts, man. I'll go back to this in a second. I just got to show you. Let me show you this. So this happened the other day. This is American Airlines jet catches fire on the runway at Denver. Landing gear bursts into flames. Passengers evacuated. Too many accidents lately. This isn't normal. No, it's not. Hustle Bitch. If you guys, Hustle Bitch has got some great stuff, but some of it is, you've got to. He usually is very good at vetting what he's sending out. Kind of not so much in regards to what I brought up a couple days ago was that Pam Bondi was sick and she couldn't go out there, which wasn't the case. She just sent somebody else to go do the interview on Ghislaine Maxwell at the prison. And that was all televised. But this is just crazy. I mean, there's all kinds of these fucking things that are happening out there with these engines. I mean, look at this one.
What's going on?
That was 8 days ago.
Whoa! Whoa, whoa, hang on. That's not good. That's not good.
Here's what's interesting. This guy has a pretty good
I
phone.
haven't said it already.
July 18th, 2025.
Oh, look at that! Whoa! Was that a compressor stall? What's going on? Whoa! We had the big flare.
LA Tower 2.
How long did that take before they got there? Lands,
Now the 767 is coming in very heavy. It didn't drop any fuel.
land, dude. This guy obviously knows what he's talking about. So we got.
Let's
So it takes
zoom
time.
in to the engine. Engine number 1, who had the big flare. Wow.
Still moving. Why is that still moving? Wow.
And thank you, flight deck pilots. Always one fire truck.
All right. Well, this is just out of control. We've had a lot of these lately. And there's just a lot of, I was telling somebody, who was I talking about? I was telling my son. Yeah, I believe that it's, I believe, did you guys see that? Did it show it? Wait, I showed it, right? Let me see. Yeah. I was saying that these people just that are on the ground, you have to remember, there are a lot of people that are just don't like the world right now. They don't like it at all. And they don't care. There's also this video. I gotta if I can find it. That doesn't seem that bad. They don't care. That's just one of many. Alright, let's just go through the loop here. Yeah, I'm gonna say it's these people that are employed for these airlines. They're just not happy. Why is this keep popping up? I swear to gosh. Damn, what's up? Yeah. It's not looking good for Obama, but I don't know why they keep pushing this like he's going to go to fucking jail. He's not. He's got presidential immunity. Right? Just prove that he's not, that his birth certificate was bullshit, and we're good. That's all you got to do. Which I definitely am believing. I mean, I could have sworn I played basketball with him when I was in Hawaii. I lived in Hawaii. I think he played. I think I played a few games with him when I was a redshirt at the University of Hawaii as a linebacker. And I'd go out to the main gym where basketball guys would play, and we'd run some games, and could have sworn I saw that dude. Anyway, Walmart just had a stabbing, right? Because it's a blue state. That's all I'm going to say, right? That's all I'm going to say. Michigan, Illinois, Chicago, fucking that, both of them. Be more than. What's up, man? Hey, what's up? Is that Bram? Hey, Bram. How you doing, man? I need to bump the volume. Oh, sorry, I didn't see that. All right, so there is just like, here's the thing that's going on with right here. Cryptic post. Dan Bundy vows to reveal the truth. About what? Right? Is it just another distraction? I don't know, man. Tulsi Gabbard, CIA Director John Brennan. He was shit. Everybody knows that. You know that dragonflies eat mosquitoes? I think I knew that, but I'm just glad that's the case. And then fucking... Oh my God, you guys have seen, I think I played this the other day. South Park went after Trump hardcore. No problem with releasing the Epstein files. Shut up. There's no problem with releasing it. It just needs to happen. Alina Habba goes back and she's fine now. The White House briefing Tulsi Gabbard cuddling now. This is kind of old. You know what? Why doesn't this? It doesn't get all the saved YouTubes that I want on here. There's a bunch of missing. During my tenure here as the deputy director of the FBI, I have repeatedly relayed to you that things are happening that might not be immediately visible, but they are happening. Yeah, we've heard this a few times. Like I said, it's going to take time to build up these cases. If you're going after a legislator, judiciary, or an executive at the federal level, your case needs to be solid. I get that. It takes time. You just don't want to fucking throw shit out there. What is this? The director and I are committed to stamping out the public corruption and the political weaponization of both law enforcement and intelligence operations. It is a priority for us, but what I have learned in the course of our properly predicated and necessary investigations into these aforementioned matters has shocked me down to my core. We cannot run in a republic like this. I'll never be the same after learning what I've learned. We are going to conduct these righteous and proper investigations by the book and in according with the law. We are going to get the answers we all deserve. No, answers? We don't want the fucking answers. We want the charges. We want charges. We want handcuffs. Do you guys know what freaking handcuffs are? We want handcuffs. I don't care who it is. Arrest some fucking people. All right, what's this? Oh, what's next? Putting that out there. What is this? Ben Montajane. Hey, Ben. Thank you. I appreciate it, man. Montajane. Yeah. You should look at my work, Ben, in regards to... It was actually on my other channel, because this particular channel had been down for 4 years. Just letting you know. I tried to get it back several times, appeal after appeal after appeal. It was taken down in 2020, late 2020, because I was basically telling everybody to not take the fucking shot. I was saying, don't fucking do it. And then I was also revealing how the COVID-19 played a major part in the 2020 election for Biden and a few other things that obviously were against community guidelines. But all I'm saying now is there's so much more going on, and it's just getting weird. It's getting. I was hoping it would just be clean and cut. God, man, when those folders came out, and that all those 4 or 5 influencers had when that came out, I was just, oh, nobody's seen that? Hang on. Oh, that's old. Anyway, let me check it. Yeah. When those, Beamworthy. Yeah. Don't know. Beamworthy. Why not release the data that the protocol for the handcuffs did? No, yeah, I get it. No, I don't want the videos. Somebody's going to fuck that up. Because you can tamper with the evidence and make it inadmissible. Okay, and that's the issue that I have in regards to the Demoncrats getting it, or even some Republicans, right? And we're talking about the Crenshaws, the Lindsey Grahams, and all those fucking people, right? And the Mitch McConnells, etc. So it has to be done right. Right, but to say it doesn't exist was just seriously, bro. So like I said earlier in the show, I was saying maybe he's gonna get them to beg for this fucking thing, and you've got I think Ayanna Presley. She's a representative or something, a governor. Or, I don't know, whatever. She's trying to push legislation or some committee to release the list, right? And I'm just like, well, maybe that's his plan. But like I'm saying, I want to see fucking lawsuits, right? I want to see lawsuits, and then. I'll get to this in a second. But let me see what. Oh yeah, this is the meeting with Powell. This guy's a shithead, man. Trump did not see his reaction. He's shaking his head. Oh yeah, well yeah, for sure. That I don't think there's a problem releasing that at all. I think that's. I mean, the Demoncrats are going to do whatever they can to try to suppress, but I don't want to give them a heads up on it. It's like in discovery or in a case, you have to give the side as a prosecuting attorney. Oh yeah, for sure. It's coming around. Yeah, I think for sure. But you don't want to give them hey, by the way, this is what we're going to try to get you for. Nah, I think we should they'll stack it up. Like I said, and I've said this for a long time, the Democratic Party should not exist after this year or at the middle of 2026, or at least by the end of 2026. With all the shit they got regarding J6, regarding 2020, regarding fucking Russiagate, regarding maybe Epstein, but we don't know for sure. Because they could be shooting themselves in the foot, begging and pleading for it. But on the same note, they go Clyburn. It's not Clyburn. It's he's blocking it from being released. So you want to release or you don't want to release, right? And then we also have that with the Republicans too. That's just getting. Oh God, man, that's just turning into that's a big mess. The way he did it was a big fucking mess. It was a big fucking mess, honestly. Let me go back to here for a second. I want to look at something else. But their supporters should have the ability to argue that Trump is a danger to our democracy and a tyrant. Right? They need to recant those statements, admit that they were using bogus talking points. Yes. And, I knew that. You knew that. A few people on the left even fucking knew it. Like, what the fuck are these people doing? Oh yeah, I mean, but absolutely. But we don't want to look. What the Democratic Party is good at, and you're going to agree with this. They know how to make it Hollywood. They know how to work the show. But the way that Trump, I believe, is going to do everything is more by the book, definitely by the book, and he's going to lay it out in black and white. A rock is hard, water is wet. There's going to be no wiggle room, and I think that's the best way to do it, or there should be, for an open and closed case. Yeah, you don't want to jump the gun on any of this. I know everybody's salivating; they want it. I get it. But at this point, honestly, there's still a concern from my perspective on the Epstein thing, for sure. Right? I think the little secret meetings and all this other shit. I look. I'm gonna commit to this, right? I'm gonna commit to this. I don't believe that Trump did anything nefarious, pedophiliac-ish, or that's not even a word, but you know what I mean. I believe he partied. But he kicked him out at Mar-a-Lago. Everybody knows that. Once he learned more about him, I know. Yeah, I get it. I get it. The media has always been the enemy of the state. Period. I know that. I've been saying that since I started my YouTube channel back in 2017, early 2017, and it's very apparent that one of the worst things you can have on this planet is the speakers, this giant TV set that's everywhere, telling everybody what to think and do, how to do it, how to feel, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And ever since the Rosenberg, I forget, created the printing press in like 1868, I don't know. There have been people who have learned how to take advantage of that. Oh yeah, for sure. No, they're implicated in it as well. Yeah, I brought that up so many times, bro. So many times. Yeah, everybody, like I said, I've said this a million times. And I'm gonna get. Let me show you this real quick, and I'm gonna tell you why this is dangerous. Let me go back. Let me go here real quick. Where is it? I just had it. Nope, that's not it. That's it right there. Here we go. This is Ricky from Boston. I've been watching this guy. I've actually kind of had a conversation with him. He and I got our channels destroyed several times. This is his second channel. I don't think he got back his first one. But the guy's got some good shit. He's pretty much on the same page I am on a lot of things. We're very close. Again, I've had my channel since 2017. I don't know when he got his channel, but all I am saying to you is in this segment, Richie from Boston is talking about AI and how AI is just bad. But here's the reason why AI is so bad. Let me just listen to him real quick. Ricky from Boston. Here we go.
Fantasy? Or do you think it's just hype? Do you think people are trying to raise money by pretending that we're going to build a machine god, right? Is it hype? Is it delusion? Is it something you worry about? I think you would prefer the human race to endure, right? You're hesitating.
Yeah, well,
yes?
I don't know. I
Shut
would
up. Let the guy fucking answer.
I would
This is a long hesitation. This is a long hesitation.
There's so many questions implicit in
Should
this.
the human race survive?
Yes.
Okay.
But I also would.
Okay. This guy's obviously pissed off. He's not into AI on the right with the blue shirt. And the brown shirt guy's is shit. Obviously, he's wearing the right color. But this is why I'm saying, and this is something that you're bringing up that pertains to what I'm talking about. Being AI right now is full of nonsense. Right? It's everything it's received. You can always find silly people to interview. I used to have a lot of people on here. Sometimes I had like 15, 16 people. But a lot of those people, believe it or not, they stayed with the Demoncrats. You know, I left the Democratic Party probably 2016, 2017, after Bernie. And what's weird is I've been a Republican and a Democrat. You know, I voted for Bush twice. Reagan, I voted for Reagan. I voted for Perot. I voted for Ross Perot. And I've kind of moved around depending on what I've seen and heard. But then I realized we're being lied to. But in my point in regards to AI, which I think is important for people to realize, is all of the information that it has from the past few decades. I'm talking the pyramids. I'm talking math. I'm talking, you know, news bulletins, all this shit. Everything is just crap. It's confused. It's not going to make rational decisions, right? Hopefully, and you've heard of the fishbowl, it's not theory, but it's the fishbowl process of AI is you want to keep it in a fishbowl, meaning you don't want to, or like a shark, you want to keep the shark in the fucking tank, especially this one, right? But as soon as somebody cracks or drops as soon as somebody drops the fishbowl or cracks the window to the tank, we're fucked. Because once it's able to think for itself and, you know, create an opposable thumb, yeah, you have Ultron. You have the Terminator. You have Skynet. I don't know what is so fucking great about AI taking over our jobs and our thinking and our processes and our algorithms. Just fucking nuts. There are dozens of positions and jobs out there that AI is already taking over. Do you know what I don't know if you're old enough to know this, but maybe you are. But I remember calling a company in regards to my vacuum cleaner, right? And I'd call the 800 number, and the lady would call, and I go, "Hey, this is whatever vacuum, fucking, I can't think. Hoover. This is Hoover, right? Hoover vacuums. Okay. Yes, you've reached Hoover customer service." And then I'd go, "Well, there's a problem with my thing. Who do I talk to? What do I do?" "Well, if you want to get parts, I'll transfer to the parts department, or if you want to send it in, let us know." And there were people that had jobs that did this. Now, please state what you're saying. For us to help you better, please give us an idea of what you're fucking talking about. I just bullshit. No, that we're losing that connection. And AI is taking over, and people are thinking that's great, right? AI is crazy right now when it comes to the stock market. Everybody's got the best AI for the stock market, right? How to predict and how to make these assumptions and all this other stuff, and sometimes it's right and sometimes it's wrong, and look, it's a problem, and it's gonna be a problem. It's already became a problem. The first time I was on the phone and I got a message saying, please press 1 for do, press 2 for do, and then I pressed 2, and then somebody, to help us with what you're trying to accomplish, or please stay what you're trying to do. And I'm like, who the fuck am I talking to right now? Right? When that 2 to 3 or 4 or 5 minutes of being on the phone, sometimes it takes minutes, a lot. I could have just talked to Sally, and Sally could have said, oh yeah, let me look up your account. Oh, you know what? Yeah, we're going in a direction, and there's so many fucking hard-ons for this shit. There's these people that is, no, this is it. This is the way, you know. And look, I think Elon Musk is a fucking brilliant guy, and I know there's going to be some cool things created. You know, there's some engineering things out there that are really great. He wants to get the fucking robots out there. I mean, I got to talk about this. I don't know did I put AI in my topics here? But there's this one video. I think hopefully it's here.
Brendan Ahern with $10 billion in assets under management. He's been at the forefront of the investment opportunities in robotics, and he's brought one with him. Take a look at Coyd. Hi, Coyd. Great to see you. And Coyd has nothing to do with Optimus Prime, but I don't know. Can we get him to start walking over here? This is just amazing. You're not as tall as Optimus Prime, Coyd. Oh, hi. Oh, you're very, very sexy in your walk. You could be on a catwalk.
What the fuck? What's in her fucking brain? She wants to put a strap on that. I'm just saying, that's the impression I'm getting right here.
Oh, you're very, very sexy in your walk. You could be on a catwalk. For Carolina Herrera. How's it going? Good to see you. Brendan, tell us about Coyd.
Yeah, so Coyd, this is a Unitree robot. So this will be a competitor to Tesla's Optimus. Unitree is a Chinese company.
Of course, Chinese company. And that's what we need. Chinese robots in the United States. I mean, how fucking stupid. I mean, this is that part in the movie where the robot goes kill mode and just pulls off their heads right behind them. I'm not gonna. I'll never back down from this AI thing. I'll never back down from this robotics thing. I like Elon Musk. I like the things that he's doing, and I think we could use robots for repair purposes, and they should be limited in strength and limited in ability, and do not develop feelings. Because what you don't want is fucking Coyd to be on the rag on a bad day. That's what I'm saying. I mean, let's just fucking throw that out there, right? Or just get plugged into the wrong thing, and next thing you know, he's grabbing a 308 or something like that. You know what I mean? A fucking AR-10. What I'm just saying. I'm gonna say I just think we're going a little too far now. I mean, I know Elon Musk right now thinks that in the future we're gonna have a lot of unpiloted vehicles only moving with AI. Look, we kind of already have that with trams, and if you've been to Disneyland and have seen Utopia, it's Cartopia or something like that, the Utopia section where they have the cars that are all going around taking you for a ride, that's okay. I'm okay with that. If they're gonna stay on a track, I'm good. If they're completely sealed to a track, not virtually, not kind of, but I don't want a rogue fucking vehicle being hacked by somebody in some other country or some crazy fuck, and that fucking vehicle decides to go full on woke running into people. Which is also a problem. I mean, we need to slow the fuck down. I am telling you right now. It's all the information that AI is getting right now is all bullshit. It's all wrong. It's a catastrophe. right? Can we go the faster than the speed of light? Some people say yes. Some people say no. I think, of course, we can do all kinds of shit. What you can dream or what you can believe can usually come true. I can't, and as outlandish as that has been said, look at the Wright brothers. Look at fucking, not Thomas Edison, he's a shithead. Nikola Tesla, the actual real Tesla guy. Yeah. We're playing with fire. I think Tesla would have warned us already. I mean, Wall-E, as innocent as that little WALL-E Disney movie was, that thing was it's dangerous. And then, what was the hovering bot? Ava. That thing could shoot fucking cannons. It's just right? Is that what we need? We are playing with fire. And Trump just signed this huge fucking bill to support and give companies the ability to make their own servers and all this other stuff to grow AI. Oh, man, I miss Sally. When I was a young kid, I think in Alaska, when I was a kid, I remember making a phone call. I was maybe 6 or 7. And a lady had to transfer me when I called. Let me connect you to that person. They had the switchboards. That's how old I am. But in some places, they still had that. I think it was Canada. Maybe it was Canada. I just remember hearing, let me connect you. Right? Please stand. Please hold. Please hold. Let me connect you. Something like that. I remember hearing that when I was a kid. And there were real people doing real people jobs, talking with real people. I think we're kind of going the wrong direction. I think if you go and study the Buddhist monks that are able to basically levitate, and they can not sit on, but lay on knives and all this other shit, and do amazing acrobatic stuff, and their sense of awareness, they're trained to be completely infused with their bodies. They can move and do all kinds of amazing things, And then when I was younger, I heard about the shaman or the kahunas that we have in Hawaii. I'm 44% Hawaiian, and I've studied on this, and we had a lot of sayings that we used to. We had a lot of different interesting practices in regards to medicine. And then, wait, there's a book here. What is this? Is this the book? Yeah. It's right here. It's called hold on. It's called Original Wisdom. Right? Let me just see if it'll focus. Instead of getting it, I recommend you read this. It's the story of an ancient way of knowing, Robert Wolfe. Right? And then I also recommend, right? Everybody I think knows this guy. Or is it? No. Yeah, this one right here. Secrets of Shamanism. Right? And then I think everybody knows this guy. So this is Isaac Asimov. Life Energy. Right? And then this is my book that I got from my mom when I was younger. Huna. The Power of Ancient Religion and Positive Thinking. And then I got... This is a really good book. Leadership, Wisdom. The Monk That Sold His Ferrari. That's a good one. I didn't finish that book yet. Or did I? Yeah, I did. An amazing story. Guy realizes that he's in the wrong. And then I, of course, have my Bible. I keep one right on my bed, corner of my bed, and I also have my Bible by my out in front. And I got a few other books. I had some more books, but I think I left them in West Virginia. Stevie, if you have them, let me know. I would love to have those if I left any. I think I left my Sherlock Holmes books there. I think. Anyway, you're always welcome to contact me or whatever. Here's the thing. The first one I showed you is when the doctor comes to your house, when you read this, right? Let's see why is that so fucking blurry? Jesus. Let's see if you'll there. When the doctor comes to your house, back in the day, they used to come to us. They usually were on foot out there talking to people all the time. That doesn't happen anymore. I went in for my shoulder and my knee the other day, and this guy was, I guess, working on just asking me questions and all this other stuff, and he was taking measurements, and he did a little stretching and moved my arm around a little bit. It's just like an arthritis thing. I don't know what it is, but it's nothing bad. I can still swing a golf club. And then my hip also is just not feeling as good. It's the tendon. It's not really the bone, it seems like. But the other thing is so back in these villages, so nowadays, kind of here where I'm supposed to. So I'm seeing this guy. It's my first appointment. I was at the doctor, told him, hey, my knee, my shoulders give me a problem. So I go to the physical therapist. First time, a couple days ago. And he's asking me all these questions. And and then he starts working on my arm. And then I go, hey, he goes, so where is it side? And I go, did you get the information from the doctor? He goes, what? I go, you don't have the x-rays? Because he took x-rays. He goes, no, I don't have the x-rays. I go, it's been a week and a half. You don't have the x-rays? He goes, no. I go, so how do you know what's going on with my shoulder? He goes, I'll be able to tell. And I go, well, the x-rays are good to have. Right? I'm just saying, all I know is that last time I had any problem physically, I would get an x-ray. Right? And this is interesting because I did get an x-ray on my foot 4 or 5 years ago. When I was chasing after one of Stevie's kids, we were racing, and my foot slipped kind of out of my boot because I didn't have it tied very well, and I felt this pop, and I'm like, what the fuck was that? And it started hurting. It's got swollen, and I went to get an x-ray, and they said it was just a strained tendon. And then about 6 months later, I go, this doesn't feel right, and the therapy doesn't feel right, and I can't put any pressure on it. It's just fucked up. And so then I go to this foot therapist guy, and he takes an x-ray, and he goes, see this in here? That little bone on the side of your foot, on the outside, is broken. And I go, well, that's not, they took an x-ray at the other place. He goes, well, they didn't take a thorough, how many patients did I think? 2 or 3. Your foot has hundreds, like bones, a bunch of bones in it, bro. You've got to take more than like 3 or 4 pictures. You got to take down, bottom, up, which this guy did. So it was a misdiagnosis. If you're going to use technology, you need to use the same thing. So what I'm saying is everybody has their own fucking thing. And back in the day, when it came to sicknesses, right, this guy goes out and he talks with all these doctors and these out in the not Himalayan jungles, but the like in Brazil, around Brazil, some of these really South American jungles, and he talks with these people, and the healer or the doctor goes to the person's house if somebody's sick, and they spend hours, maybe even days, with the ill person to find out more about them. Because some of it's psychological, some of it is what they've been eating or who they're playing with or where they're getting these things from and how they're doing things. And you don't get that. Nowadays, and here's the thing. When I went to go look at my hip the other day, the first thing this lady wanted to give me was steroids. She goes, well, let me give you some. The first thing she wanted to do is give me drugs. That's all they do. Everybody now, every fucking doctor you're going to right now, I'm going to tell you right now, I would say at least 88% of them, the first thing they want to do is give you a prescription because they're going to get money back from it. That's the first thing they're going to do. That's the first thing these guys wanted to do. In every case, every time I've been a doctor in the last few years, and by the way, I did get a flu shot in November of 2019, but I did not get any other fucking shots after that point because I knew that if something's being indemnified, there's got to be something wrong with it. Right? It's like saying, oh, this car is indemnified, but go ahead and drive it. And if it fucking blows up on you, you can't sue me for it. I mean, how retarded was that? And then people fucking still did it. Anyway, I tried to warn people in the early 2020s about the shot and everybody, and anyway, that's why this channel was off, and I finally got it back. I think it had a lot to do with Trump being in office, and Trump's people telling everybody to just kind of, be a little less authoritarianish or tyrannically authoritarianish or Orwellian, right? I am just going to say right now, what the direction that we're going, I think is partially good with Trump. It's way better than Kamala, way better than Biden, way better than any Democrat could conjure up, because they're being operated by the World Economic Forum and all these other fucking NGO sick fuckers out there, which I'm concerned about Trump with that. I am. You have to be. There's some powerful people still at play out in this planet. And if you think there's not, then, you're not getting it. But I just believe that, I know for sure that we'd be in our third pandemic by now if we were under Kamala. Everybody would be in fucking masks. Everybody would be locked down. Everybody would be fucking 6 feet apart. It would have already happened. Guaranteed. Right? Guaranteed. Right? Your milk would be gone. Your eggs will be gone. They're part of the get rid of the 2/3 of the planet's population process. They want the processed foods. They want the poison to stay in your food. There are companies out there that are help pushing this agenda. There's companies that I work for or have worked for that are part of this problem. And they're in it to win it. To win that fucking depopulation, genocidal fucking crap. And I'm telling you, it's there. I mean, Richie from Boston would fucking totally agrees with me. I know that. There's a push to depopulate this planet. And the Demoncrats, most of them are satanic, That this whole witch thing is just, come on. All right? I mean, I'm in Wicca. I'm a white witch. And, I heard that from this girl the other day, this lady I was kind of hanging out with. And, that's pretty cool, right? And I'm like, no, it's not. Doesn't fucking make any sense. Right? Now, if you're talking about shamanism, I get it. I get the beliefs, the power of positive thinking, the researching people, the getting to understand. I mean, you can sense, like yesterday. I was at the pool with my granddaughter and my daughter and my grandson, and we just got out of going into the lazy river. They got a little lazy river goes around and stuff like that. It's a nice little place out here. And I kind of went past this girl, and I sensed something. It was weird. It's like I don't know. Have you ever seen the movie with Bruce Willis where he senses people things are wrong? I get that sometimes. It's the weirdest thing. And I sense something. I kind of stop. I look down, and there's this girl looking up at me. She goes, do you know where my mom is? What? And I go, do you know where your mom's at? She goes, no. I go, do you know where dad's at? No. And she's like maybe 4 or 5 years old. Maybe 4 or 5. And I tell Liana, I tell my daughter, I go, hey, this girl, she's having a problem. Then I come with me, and there's a lifeguard right there. Maybe 6-7 feet away. Maybe 3 or 4 yards away. And I go, come over here, and I go, hey, this person is looking, this girl is looking for her parents, right? And the girl goes, let me get my supervisor. And the supervisor comes and walks the girl over, and they go searching, and they find her parents. But we're just losing our sense of awareness. I understand where technology is going to take us. But there's a piece of us that needs to be connected to it all. And I'm concerned that we're going to lose that. We're going to be numb. AI does everything for me. AI does everything. Zombies. That's the thing I'm extremely concerned about. Yeah, I want Sally back in the fucking as an operator. Right? I want fucking real people to be there. You have no idea. There are people now that were born in the past 15, 20 years ago have no idea what a front desk operator does at a business. They've never seen that before. And now they're all empty usually. There's just some desk there with nobody there. We're losing touch with ourselves, each other. And what's interesting about COVID, Fluvid-19, is that was the big test. How meek, how malleable, and how obedient are we now? We are. And many of us bent over. I spent like $120 on Super Chat trying to warn Jimmy Dore and all over Twitter at the time, saying, don't fucking take the fucking thing. And he took it twice. I was trying to tell everybody, Steph Zimmerano, or his wife, or whatever. I don't know what they are. And a lot of people, So they're pushing now in the House, just letting you know, a bill, and I put that out there. I got to show. I'm going to say this, and then I'm going to go. But this is what everybody needs to start doing. I think I'm pretty real about shit, man. I think I'm pretty real about shit. I'm just telling you. I am just saying. Oh shit! I don't even have my Facebook. No, I think I can just get it from Twitter. Good page, bro. Beam. Good page. Great stuff, by the way. Let me see. Oh, here's a good one. I want to show you this real quick.
walk-in with the cop.
I got that from Ryan Christian. He's been on my show before. It's somewhere in here. No, actually, I think I did that with Stevie with Red Economics. And by the way, if you do know her or see her or can get in touch with her, tell her to get back on. She's just one of the greatest researchers out there. She had a plethora of fucking knowledge and information on a lot of different topics. She was, in my opinion, like Whitney Webb, for sure. I mean, she was that good. But she had a great personality, you know, jovial. Her sense of humor, her one-liners were just amazing. And she got out her message at the same time, and I just used to love watching and paying attention to her and her information. I just pray to God that she comes back and starts doing it again, because she's got that gift. You know, some people have it and they use it, and some people just let it float away. But there's time, girl. There's so much time. You have more time than most people on this planet. Please, do yourself and all of us a big favor. Get back and get on it. Get on it. We'd love to see you. Let me see here. Where was it? Oh, yeah. I was going to show you this bill. Where is it? Oh, it's right here. Okay, I got it right here. Here it is. There it is. You guys can see that, right? Let me just make sure. Yeah. It's HR 466B. Excuse me. 4668. The end of the vaccine carve-out act, which means they would strip the vaccines of immunity, of indemnification. Absolutely. Especially the COVID-19's vaccine. Absolutely. Yeah, Dr. Shiva's got some good stuff in regards to a lot of things, Jordan. You know that. But he fucked up on this because I know he can make a solution or a test that would see who and if you actually have the mRNA in your system. And right? And I've been talking about that. I don't give a fuck. I'm going to keep fucking saying it. I'm telling you right now. Right? I'm going to end with this. Okay. Is there a medical procedure or test that a person could take that would indicate or detect if they have any type of the COVID-19 mRNA vaccine in their body or the blood system? And you know why we should have that? Besides random drug testing for Congress and everybody, judiciaries, executives, and legislators, we should also have this done. And I know he can do it. I don't know why he's being so stubborn about this, because I thought about it. I'm not going to take credit for it, bro. You can have it. Look, I'm just some fucking schmo that's pretty much gotten about 98% of the... No, I'm not going to get that crazy. 89% of the stuff that I brought up has come to fruition. You know, is it the kahuna in me? Is it the shaman in me? Is it the original wisdom? I don't know, but it's just connecting fucking dots. It's pretty simple. Doing your due diligence. Chickadee, checking yourself before you wreck yourself. I mean, it's that simple. Anyway. Yeah, this needs to happen. All right. That needs to definitely happen. Whoever votes against that, right? Whoever does not support that needs to go. Period. That is the telltale sign of everything. Fuck everything else. Fuck everything else. This is huge. And if you don't understand, then you need to leave a comment, and I'll fucking show you how this is so important and why we need to fucking have one of these out. I'll make it bigger so everybody can fucking see it. Right? This is the question nobody's talking about. DIYLiberty.org is gone, by the way. There it is. That needs to happen. For sure. All right. I want to thank y'all for listening. Thank you for being here. Let me get back to the Zoom. I might miss a few things every once in a while. But if there are still people out there that are still thinking and concerned about this country and want to come on here, please just I don't wear a mask. I'm not hiding from anybody. I'm out in the open. Yeah, I'm not perfect about it, dude. I'm not perfect about anything. Yeah, AI can do some great things. The concern I have with AI is just not keeping it in a fishbowl, and that it hasn't really received the right information for a long time, right? And I'm concerned. I mean, if it's following MSNBC and CNN for all its information, we're really fucked. And even Fox is fucked up a lot, right? I mean, there's woke things that Grok has said. There's woke things that ChatGPT has said. There's all kinds of fuck ups, and you get anyway. We got to be careful with it. That's all. And I'm sure it can do some great things. I would rather see AI just set to a certain limit, and that's it. And that's it. I don't want a fucking like that chick. Oh, that's so sexy. It's like, oh god. All right. Anyway. Yeah. It's concerning Dr. Schumer. Yeah, he does. Well, he's smart too. Yeah, he's concerned about that. All right. Anyway, I just want to say aloha. Let me see if I'm kind of covering everything I was going to cover. Am I missing anything? Oh, did that leave? You know what? I'll leave on this note right here. Okay. Where's my volume? Oh, here.
Democrat Party was responsible for civil rights. Hello, no sir. That is an LIE lie.
Mm-hmm.
The Democrats had nothing to do with the passage of any civil rights legislation. Lyndon Baines Johnson was a well-documented racist, and if he had his way, we would still be sitting at the back of the bus. So I need Mr. Carvel
She said her name
to crack
completely
open
correct.
a history book and find out what actually happened. Had it not been for a Republican-controlled Congress, the Civil Rights Acts of the 64, 65, these would not have passed. As a matter of fact, the Democrat Party filibustered and did everything they could do to stop it from even getting to his desk. And the only reason it got signed into law was because LBJ didn't want race riots breaking out all over the country. And it would have never made it to his desk if the Republican-controlled Congress had not pushed it there. So for all of you that are under the impression that the Democrats had anything to do with the passage of the Civil Rights Acts that came out in the 60s, you are either uneducated, undereducated, or ill-informed. Please stop believing everything you see come across your TV screen. And James Carville, get somewhere. If you want to talk about the history of my people, can you go learn it? Okay, because you are making claims that are just so far from the truth. Read a book. Educate yourself. And by the way, Dr. King, right there over my shoulder, FYI, Dr. King was a Republican. So there's that. But whenever I hear stuff like that, it just gets me right here. And I just felt the need to make this quick video. And if you need to know the source of my information, I will happily provide it in the comments of this video.
Happily. I'll just throw a little bit more of, I'll just stack some more information on that for her. Because she's speaking truth to power. The Democrats have been, I'll edit it out. I do a lot of these. I will have things set up for like the first 15, 20 minutes. And then once I start getting in my shit, I start rambling, going to different places. But anyway, the Democrats have been perpetrating fraud and deception for decades. They're not what they've claimed to be ever. 13th Amendment, abolish slavery. Well, what do we got? 100% Republican, 23% Democrat support. 15th Amendment, right to vote for all. 100% Republican, Democrats 0%. 14th Amendment, give citizenship to freed slaves. 94% Republican support and 0 from Democrats. 0 from Democrats. Right, and then I put this in here. Wait, who got rid of Lincoln? Democrat. Who got rid of JFK? Democrat. Who got rid of MLK? Democrat. Who created the KKK? Democrats. Who leased blacks? Democrats. Segregation. Who won segregation? It's Democrats. Jim Crow. Hey, that was Democrat. Internment camps for Japanese. That was Democrats. The Confederacy. Guess what? That was Democrats. Eugenics is a big thing here. All human beings are not born equally. That's the eugenics system. Margaret H. Sanger, of Planned Parenthood, the big star of Planned Parenthood for decades, in the early 60s, 70s, 80s, whatever, had 3 children. Planned Parenthood clinics were strategically placed in low-income, mainly black and minority cities throughout the United States. So here's the big question for my brothers, who I'm playing golf with tomorrow, by the way. 14% black in the United States today. So what should it be? What should it be? That's the question. Okay. If you wouldn't have had the eugenicist Aryan, these people are straight out of, anyway, that's another segment I did on Auschwitz Nazism, where I definitely indicate that nobody escaped from Auschwitz, right, during the Holocaust. No. And if you say you did and you made it over here, I don't know, bro. I don't know. I don't think so. Maybe that's what you told everybody, but I don't think that's right. Who's going to prove it? Who's going to not prove it? You could easily put a fucking tattoo on yourself. Easily. Here, put my fucking number tattoo on me, man. So people think I'm from freaking Auschwitz, Nazism, and then I'll fucking be able to be praised by America. And then I'll go start, NATO. Yeah, and I did a whole segment on that, by the way. Yeah. This country is being controlled by some pretty fucking sick bastards. And I'm concerned about that. And they're right in front of us. And they're right in front of us. Anyway, aloha to everybody. Mahalo for being here. Shaka, bye-bye. Aloha. Take care. Good seeing you guys, Beam. If you know anybody who else wants to watch, share, subscribe, give it to people, let them know. The best thing for Money Talk, honestly, was having people on to have discussions. It was great. You know who started doing that more recently, was Jason Burmas. He's got some good stuff. I recommend people watching him too, because he has a good panel of people